Hi everyone, my name is David Johnson. Really excited to get the opportunity to present this program that we have in Malaysia. Uh, yeah, so I don't know how much you guys know about Malaysia. Maybe you've been here before, but when I think about Malaysia, I've been living in this country for about 7 years. And when I think of Malaysia, I think of really rich, diverse cultural heritage. I think there is some absolutely amazing nature, both lots of jungle, lots of mountains, and some absolute pristine coasts, all of which you will see and experience on the trip, as well as I think of KL, which is my hometown, a pretty buzzing city with a lot of cool skyscrapers and a lot of high tempo, vibrant city. So those are some of the things that Malaysia I think is most known for. The trip that we're going to be doing is sort of highlighting or is a consequence, I think, of a lot of the development that's been going on in Malaysia over the past 30 years or so. The country obviously sits on pretty much right on the equator and have a lot of forests, a lot of rich biodiversity that over the years have been partially damaged and destroyed due to human development. So these are the picture that you can see in the background here. Used to be a coastal area that has been full of mangroves, which are a really important species or a really important tree for coastal protection, for absorbing carbon from the atmosphere, as well as sort of a nursery ground for a lot of fishes and crabs and shrimp that then sort of go out to sea and are part of the larger ecosystem at sea, right? So these mangrove forests in Malaysia has increasingly been sort of chopped down to make space for shrimp farms and other types of farming, which is quite it's caused a lot of environmental harm to this particular area up the west coast of Malaysia. And so the consequence of obviously damming these environments is that they're like I said, you run the risk of erosion and just threatens the ecosystem in general. So how we're going to be part of this project is that we're going to do a lot of replanting work. We're going to work in a nursery to essentially revive some areas that have historically been like shrimp farms, or to basically get back to its original original forests, original mangrove forest. We're going to do some beach cleanups. We're going to visit a turtle center and do some work at that center as well. So that's basically the core components of the service trip that you guys are going to be involved with. But not to worry, it's not all about work, even though that's obviously the main purpose of the project, of the trip. We're also going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some really cool kayaking. We're going to do some snorkeling. We're going to do a bit of rafting, a bit of caving. So the program is also filled with a lot of neat opportunities to get excited about some adventures that we'll all have together. The accommodation basically looks like this. We're going to be jumping around to a couple of places. When you land in KL, you will have one night in KL. You're going to stay in basically a 3-star type hotel. During our service portion of the trip, we're going to be staying at also a similar type of hotel. And then during the adventure part, we're going to stay in more of these camp type setups. So this gives you an idea of what to expect from an accommodation point of view. We obviously have hospitals in pretty close proximity to the projects and to where we're going to be working from, or the adventures where we're going to be having. So these are just some names to those hospitals in case you want to note that down. That's all covered. So from a very high, just kind of very snippet or 10,000 feet point of view, you will arrive in KL. We'll have a bit of an orientation. We're going to have a skyline dinner overlooking the city, which is going to be really nice. On day 2, we're going to sit on a bus about 3 hours up the coast to this coastal town called Lemut, where we're going to be doing the turtle project. Day 3 will also be a service learning day where we work on mangroves and learn about the importance of that ecosystem more. Day 4 we transfer out to an island, so some really nice beaches there where we're going to do a bit of snorkeling, kayaking, we'll do some beach cleanups, and enjoy sort of a really neat just a really neat day on the island. On day 5, we'll transfer to a place called Gopeng, where we do our adventure activities and rafting, which is a big highlight of the trip. And then we'll, day 6, transfer back again to KL and our flight back home. So these, obviously, the itinerary is a little bit flexible, but this is sort of the bulk of the trip. It depends a little bit on flight arrival and flight departures, but this gives you a really good idea of what to expect. So I hope this information is helpful. Thanks for listening, and hope to see you in Malaysia here in a few months. Ciao.